The courtroom was packed, buzzing with whispers and anticipation. Malik Freeman, a 28-year-old black man with no formal legal training, but a reputation for sharp intellect in his community, faced an unexpected challenge. Not just the case against him, but the prejudiced skepticism of the lead prosecutor, Caroline Miller. Miller was a seasoned attorney with decades of courtroom experience. Early in the trial, her tone toward Malik was dismissive, even condescending. "Mr. Freeman," she began during cross-examination, "this case is complicated. Do you really understand the legal issues at hand? It's quite intricate for someone without a law degree." The insinuation hung heavy in the air. Malik's jaw tightened, but his eyes gleamed with quiet resolve. "I may not have a law degree, Miss Miller," he said calmly, "but I've studied the law relevant to this case extensively and am prepared to demonstrate my understanding." The judge, a woman known for fairness, nodded for Malik to proceed. The case involved a complex dispute over a contract Malik had signed while working as a freelance consultant. The prosecution argued the contract was void due to alleged misrepresentations by Malik, and thus he owed damages to the plaintiff company. Miller had prepared a legal puzzle, an obscure clause in the contract, often overlooked, that she believed would corner Malik. She challenged Malik. "Can you explain the implications of Clause 12b, specifically the arbitration waiver and its interaction with the jurisdiction clause?" Many lawyers find this tricky. The courtroom quieted, all eyes on Malik. With calm precision, Malik stood and pulled out a diagram he had drawn during trial preparation, a flowchart of the contract's clauses and their legal effects. Clause 12b states that disputes shall be resolved through arbitration, waiving the right to trial in court, Malik explained. However, Clause 15 reserves jurisdiction to state courts for specific claims involving fraud or misrepresentation. He paused, scanning the courtroom. "This means that while most disputes go to arbitration, claims about fraud can be litigated in court, which is exactly why this case belongs here, as the plaintiff alleges misrepresentation." Malik continued. "Furthermore, the contract's definitions section clarifies that arbitration waiver doesn't apply to fraud claims, consistent with state law protecting parties from unfair contracts." Miller's confident smirk faltered as Malik laid out his argument, clearly exposing holes in her case. "Mr. Freeman, you've clearly done your homework," the judge acknowledged, impressed. Malik then deftly used this legal nuance to dismantle the prosecution's argument, showing that the case was improperly brought to court and the plaintiff's claims lacked foundation. The jury listened, captivated by Malik's clarity and logical approach. Later, Malik even suggested an alternative dispute resolution method that would save both parties time and money, demonstrating his practical understanding of legal strategy. The judge praised Malik's performance, calling it exceptionally insightful and well-articulated. The jury returned with a verdict favoring Malik, acquitting him of the charges. In a post-trial interview, Malik reflected on the prosecutor's doubt. "Sometimes people judge you before they hear you," Malik said. "But intelligence isn't about degrees. It's about preparation, understanding, and the courage to speak up." His victory became a symbol of perseverance and the power of self-education. Legal experts and civil rights advocates hailed Malik's courtroom performance as inspiring. Malik Freeman shattered stereotypes and proved that with determination, anyone can master the law, said attorney Sandra Lee. Miller herself admitted privately that Malik's grasp of legal complexities had challenged her assumptions. Malik's story sparked renewed conversations about bias in the courtroom and the importance of access to legal knowledge for all. He now leads community workshops on legal literacy, determined to empower others. "Knowledge is power," he says, "and sometimes you have to solve the puzzle live in front of the world to be heard."